gonna make an epic stack of fluffy Grinch pancakes. I've been making these for my kids for years. They're a Christmas staple. So let's make them together. Hey, I'm Laura, and on my channel, I've got a lot of recipes like this one. If you like your videos short, to the point, and helpful, subscribe for more. So grab a big bowl and let's get this batter going, shall we? We're gonna measure our flour. This is perhaps the most important step whenever you make pancakes. What I like to do is get 2 scoops. I need the 1 cup, so I'm gonna use another one to fill it and pick up the flour, and then measure it out by filling my 1 cup scoop with the flour. Then I give my cup a few taps right there and remove any excess from the top. I take my flour and place it in my bowl. Now that was 1 cup and I need 1.5 cups. So now I'm gonna take the 1/2 cup scoop, check for size, and use the other one to grab the flour and again, fill it with the flour. Tap, tap, and remove any excess and add it to my bowl. To make these pancakes nice and fluffy, we add baking powder. We're gonna need a tablespoon, that's a lot, so make sure your baking powder has no aluminum because it tends to come through in the taste. You can easily check your ingredients in the back. And we're also gonna add a little bit of salt. We're gonna add some sugar to make the batter a little sweet. And we're gonna mix these dry ingredients really well to make sure that all the pancakes get some of the baking powder, sugar, and salt. Go ahead and melt your butter now so it can sit on the counter for a couple of minutes so it's not piping hot when you add it to your bowl. But first, we're going to add some milk. And we're gonna add an egg. We're gonna add some vanilla extract and that melted butter. I like to use a fork to break up my egg. You see right here, I like to break it up first so the egg yolk and the egg white get whisked well. And then I start to mix my batter in with the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients. I usually mix from the outside of the bowl in like this. You want to mix your pancake batter like I'm doing. There are some clumps left, it's not a problem, but you don't wanna get very eager with the mixing. That's gonna give you dense pancakes. Once all the flour has been incorporated, you've got your pancake batter. What I'm using today to make these pancakes green is some food coloring. You can use whatever food coloring you have around. A little goes a long way. It really depends by brand. So I'm gonna start out by adding just 3 drops. I'm gonna mix it a couple of turns of my fork. And if this more or less has the color that you like, it's gonna start to mix in. Then I like to take a rubber spatula and mix the batter, the rest of the batter. You wanna be gentle on your pancake batter when it comes to mixing. What I like about using a spatula is that I'm able to grab all the batter from the bottom of the bowl. And as you can see, it's pretty green throughout. I like this green right here, but if you want them greener, you can add just 1 more drop to the batter, carefully, because a little goes a long way, and once again, give it a good mix. Now you can cook these on a griddle or a pan. I love using a griddle because I can make 6 at once. So you're gonna wanna heat your pan and cook these over medium heat. You can use oil or butter to grease your griddle. This time around, I'm gonna use some neutral oil and grease it. This is because butter tends to brown really quickly. Now I'm going to measure about 1/4 cup of batter per pancake. Over medium heat, they take 2 minutes to cook per side. If you find that they're cooking too quickly and the bottoms are getting really dark, but the middles are still not ready where you don't see bubbles forming throughout, reduce your heat and you're good to go. As you can see, there's bubbles throughout and the sides are defined, so I'm going to flip these over and they can cook on the other side for another 2 minutes. These are ready and let's grab them and remove them onto our platter. This is why I love a griddle. I can make 2 batches and we can all eat warm pancakes. You can serve these as is or take them next level by mixing some powdered sugar with a little milk to make a glaze and drizzling that all over the top. Let's cut these. They're green and fluffy. Super sugary. It's Christmas. Grab everything you need right below this video. Let me know how yours turn out. See you next time.